Hello everyone and welcome back to Animal Crossing. Lately I've been a little worried that maybe we're just treading same ground by playing the same games over and over, and I've mentioned that before a handful of times on my channel over the years. But you know what? I think I'm going to lay that concern to rest, because I'm just here playing the games that I like, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it was really bothering me yesterday after we did our Animal Crossing stream. I got to really thinking about it that afternoon. And I thought, you know what? This is no different from the GameCube version or New Horizons. Just still donating to the museum and catching bugs and fish. But you know what? I have a really good time doing this. So I'm going to keep doing this. I did see that the modding community has decompiled Animal Crossing for the GameCube, and that'll be available for like native PC before long. Thing is, yeah, obviously ROMs and emulators, we could play anything we want, but when the teams come in and decompile the games and make them available for PC, to my understanding, as a layperson, it means the game will look and run beautifully. You know, you're not emulating at that point. You're running a native game. And that's the best way I can explain it. They've done a handful of other games, 64 games, stuff like that. Of course, I would be just as content with Nintendo releasing the GameCube Animal Crossing for Switch Online, which I have a sneaking suspicion that's what they're going to do. Instead of putting out a Switch 2 brand new Animal Crossing, they might just release the GameCube version for now. And if that's the case, we might see something like Melee come to that would kind of give them the opportunity to not only sell the Switch Online to people, but it would give them the opportunity to kind of not have to produce a major AAA title. You know what I mean? So that's something I've been thinking about too. Will they go that route? Who knows? I'm happy either way. Honestly, I don't just have to have a brand new Smash Brothers or a brand new Animal Crossing immediately. I would be just as content putting out Melee and the GameCube versions on Switch Online. I honestly would. Kinda low-key prefer that, if I'm being completely honest with you. I would love to revisit those titles. It's been over 20 years at this point. I'd love to dive back in. I really would. Getting off to a wonderful start. Yesterday I walked around everywhere looking for the damn money rock, but today I found them almost immediately. Fossils. Money rock. Apparently we have a new villager today. Look at the map and see who it is. Let's see. Biscuit. Honestly, I don't really recognize any of these names, if I'm being completely honest. Other than Biscuit. Well, I remember Chief. Why is my arm so itchy today? Cut it out. Ooh. Damn it. Expert catcher, as always. I'll take your word for it. Nuh-uh. Yeah, sure. Nuh-uh. Oh, wait, you live right next to me. That's convenient. Oh, my pockets are super full, too. Just a grand tour of my nothing. I really don't have a lot of furniture. I've been focusing on other stuff. Well, I would love to put stuff on the walls, but I don't have anything to put on the walls. Would you like to donate something to where I can put stuff on the walls? I'm not judging you. I'm thinking about my own stuff. Grr. Grr champ. My tea's sitting here, and my monster's about gone as well. Could have got a water and a Dr. Pepper. Have you gotten enough? I kind of need you to scoot. Oh, this is why my pockets are full. Well, I can take care of that right now. That's true. Nah, truer words have never been spoken. That's also true. That's why thrift stores are such a good deal, you know. So many good finds. Although you don't find something good every time you visit. Secondhand stores are great. Although I stopped going to them after the pandemic, I've only been a few times in the past, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. It was partly because of the pandemic, and it was partly just because I never leave the house. You know. Honestly, I've tried to get out a few times in the past 5 years and kind of like reinvigorate my sense of like exploration and just really riding around town, maybe playing Pokemon Go. But honestly, I've become a real homebody, and I'm fine with that because I don't have a lot of money. Honestly, I don't have any money, so traveling is out. World traveling will never happen, probably. You know, I'm just kind of here doing my own thing, and I'm fine with that. Honest, I am. I know it sounds like I'm trying to convince myself, but no, I really have kind of made peace with my lot in life of being a homebody. Honestly, it's preferred at this point. You know, I don't have to deal with people and their nonsense. I don't have to deal with social stresses. Great. It's real great. I get up every day, I mind my own business, I live my best life, and at the end of the day, I go to bed at night not having to worry about any social obligations or any kind of arguments or anything. Like, it's great. It really is. It's a little lonely, yeah, but The trade-off is worth it. Still no axe, I see. Bruh, I need you to sell an axe in here. Let's hope we get our Metroid britches today. The Zoom britches has had enough. I need him now. In my pocket. In my pocket. Oh. Gonna be a Zelda doohickey. Lucky ticket. I got Link's outfit. See what it looks like. I don't want this, but I'll buy it. But I'll help the store, bro. I gotta get you out of this hinky dink shack and into a store proper. Wait, do we buy the axe at Nook's or do we buy the axe here? Ah, it was here. Oh my good man, I need everything. I'll take it. Oh, thank God he didn't ask me if I know how to use it. Take this. There's plenty of places in town we can put a sapling. Oh. Out of room in my pockets. Well, you know what that means. To the museum! Run, little Samus. I always hate waking him up. Nothing more in this world I hate than being woken up by somebody. Over some nonsense, too. It's never, hey, your house is on fire or something serious. It's always like, hey, can I borrow this? Something stupid. Knock on wood. Now, I don't want my house to burn down. Whoops. I left one out. You talk too much. All I did was create an extra step for myself. Ooh. Oh shit! Yes. Do I have anything else worth donating? I do. Guanodon. No. Spinosaurus aegypticus. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. What hey. I don't read. My ADHD is too severe. Do. Ruler turtle. How do you pronounce that? Archelon? Archeolon? Archeolon? I don't know how to pronounce that. You know what? We will find out though. How's it spelled? Archeolon. Pronunciation. Oh, I had the volume turned off.
Archelon.
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 Archelon. Okay. Do. Reaching 13 feet in length and 2 metric tons in weight, it was a giant that lived up to its name. It likely ate jellyfish and squid, though theories say it may have also preyed on ammonites. Unlike with modern turtles, its shell was too soft to allow it to pull its limbs for a defensive position. We don't have a lot of these. Warming up to us. You should pay more attention to me. I like her. Oh, the crown. I'm good. I'd throw up if I paid that for something. That's all? Yeah, I kind of thought it would be more. Not gonna lie. Nobody's brought my little shorts yet. Let me think. What I want to do is remove all of the rogue fruit trees and just have an orchard. So we'll work on that for a bit today. We also need to go speak with Isabel now that our doohickey is complete. We can start working on town projects. We do need to leave a stump somewhere so that we can get the... I think there's a couple of bugs that rest on stumps. The thing is, it needs to be in the optimal spot so I don't accidentally run up on them and scare them off. And of course, it wasn't until New Horizons on the Switch that you could actually pick up entire trees and move them. Up until this entry, you still had to, like, just cut down a tree and plant one somewhere else, you know? That'll be the spot. We'll leave that one there and check on it occasionally for bugs. And my pockets are full. Grab the orange. My mouse has just been acting up now for months. I don't know if it's the mouse or the computer or because it's a wireless mouse. You know, it's nothing fancy. It's cheap run-of-the-mill wireless mouse, Logitech, but it's Bluetooth, and I don't know what its issue is. But I better straighten up and fly right, or I'm going to end it. It shut down its whole career. On Skeeter. I don't think I have you yet. Where'd you go? Pond Skater. You're going to be hard to catch, aren't you? It seems to be traveling in a cycle. Damn it. Pond Skater. Bam, baby. Got the little turd. Yes. There. I've improved it. Your Scooby-Doo character. Our lemons are coming in nicely. We'll get rid of these other trees that are in the way. I think our axe is about to break. Held up long enough for me to clear this area. Yeah, I don't think they'll put a house right next door to the town hall or this close to the fence. So this should be a safe place for our orchard. God, I hope so. Again, I'll need to clear the trees that are in the way. I don't think he sells an axe every day. I think it goes back and forth between the axe and the watering can. So once our axe breaks, it might take a few days before we get back to working on this. Let's see. But yeah, this will be where we put our orchard. God help them if they move it. Because they won't ask. They'll just clear trees, rocks, anything to put down a house. Knock them naked. Oh, is that all? A small 20K deposit? Okay. We'll have enough money. We'll come back. We have 17 at the moment. As long as I sell what's in my pockets, we should be good. We'll have to go down to the island at some point. Okay, we made a lot of progress today. And don't get me wrong, we're not anywhere near done with today's episode. We're only 30 minutes in. We got a while to go. But I'm just saying that we've already, you know, accomplished quite a bit. Which makes me feel good. I love to feel accomplished. Yeah, I was wondering when she was like, you can't just enact any ordinance you want. That would make you a dictator. And I got to thinking, there's not a lot of dictators left in the world. Even governments who have royalty, like, okay, so there is the monarchy in England, and then there is an emperor in Japan. And, you know, you have places like that, where those kind of rulers are more just like figureheads at this point. They're just kind of a relic of a bygone era. So they're just kind of more for show, honestly, because all these countries have freedom. Japan has freedom. You know, it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, America, it's the only free country in the world. No, it's not. Not by a long shot. most countries in the world are predominantly free. And even those who are communistic and have to put up with their shitty governments still, to a certain extent, can do whatever they want. You're free to get up every day and live your best life. I mean, obviously, there are limitations in some places, like China. I understand it's pretty strict, but for the most part, the free world is pretty broad and wide. And when you have an emperor or a king or a queen, at this point, it's more just a title. Like most countries have committees, prime ministers, you know. You get where I'm going with this. I think most countries are democratic at this point, which is your end goal. That's what you want. I know that ours is a little bit of a sham here in the United States, but the general rule is that you want to try and have a democratic society in every nation. That's the goal. Because as much as I like the idea of communism, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And if capitalism wasn't so, you know, broken here in the States, it would work to a degree. If it were as simple as like I get up every day and I work my job and then, you know, I buy what I need, like maybe like Ron Swanson said on Parks and Rec, commerce should be as complicated as, hello, I have apples for sale. Would you like to buy some apples? Yes, I would. Here's your money. Here's your apples. End of transaction. It really doesn't need to go any further than that. You don't need credit scores. You don't need credit cards. You don't need the stock market. You don't need all of that nonsense. You just don't. I'm sorry. See what I was saying? Got ourselves a stump bug. Ja. Swat. And I don't want to dive into a whole political discussion. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. Like at this point, things like emperors, what do they really do? Do they actually sit in meetings? Do they do anything? Do they have any say or pull? Maybe they do. Maybe I'm just completely ignorant. No. Frankly, I don't give a shit. No, that's all. Bum, 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 bum. Now what we'll do is we'll run and sell the crap that's in our pockets. Hopefully that'll give us enough money. We can pass an ordinance or something. Aw, we gotta pay to get rid of one. It's not enough. We need my money. Plant this sapling in this naked spot. Naked. When I started my Minecraft world, I ended up getting very lucky. It kind of worked out like Animal Crossing. I had a world that's mostly islands, so I can like refer to it as my island, like we did with New Horizons on the Switch. Oh, we got a new butterfly. But I've been working on it for a couple of months now, trying to get the island up to tip-top shape, and I've about got it like I want it. There's still so much work to do. And that's one of the things I love about Minecraft. There's just always work to be done, you know? It never ends. In a good way. Somewhere there's a postal employee just grinding their teeth. But if we do, going back to what we were talking about earlier, you know, if we do get a new Animal Crossing, of course I'm going to love it. Play it every day, be obsessed. Ooh, Popeye goldfish. I love these little guys. I want one IRL, but apparently you can't just keep them in a small 10-gallon tank. They need larger tanks. I looked into the proper care for one. And obviously, don't keep fish in bowls. Not even little 28-cent goldfish you buy from the store. Do not do it. It's animal cruelty. I don't care what anybody says. Fish need more than just stagnant water to exist in. They need an ecosystem, and I'll die on that hill. But yeah, I want a pet Popeye goldfish, preferably one of the black ones. But in order to get one and care for it, I'd have to get a large tank, and it would probably... Goldfish are really bad about, you know, dirtying up a tank. I think goldfish are carp, in the carp family, and carp fish are really kind of messy. They dirty up tanks pretty fast, so it would require a lot of time, effort, and money. And while I would love to put the time and effort into it, the money part is what I don't have. But it is my dream to eventually have some Popeye goldfish. That's my dream pet. I know a lot of people are like, what about this exotic animal and this exotic animal? No, I want the Popeye goldfish. That's what makes me happy, watching them swim around. But I do want to do it proper, because I Googled it, asked ChatGPT, had a whole conversation with them, and of course that's just another version of Google. It just pulls from the internet. But apparently, yeah, it's better to have like a 15 to 20 gallon tank, and it's a whole thing. But I am going to try eventually to set that up. I mean, I love dogs. Love dogs to death, but I don't live the kind of active lifestyle that one would need to best take care of a dog. You really need to go out for walks, runs, go to the park, spend a lot of time outside walking them, making sure they get their sunlight, and just... I don't even get my sunlight. I just take a couple of vitamin D gummies and hope for the best. But maybe, you know, I have my family's pets, you know. My nephew has a cat. My dad has a small little schnauzer dog. My sister had 2 boxers, but one passed last year. And she has one left. And I interact and play with them enough that it's almost like I have my own. But yeah, I try to be responsible when it comes to taking care of other living things. I can't do it properly. I don't, you know, if you can't afford the vet, you don't get the pet. So. But yeah, I'd like to get me a little tank set up and get my little Popeye goldfish. Honestly forgot I planted these down here. I could have been harvesting these for money. Good money too. Wonder what ordinance we should pass. Maybe the beautification ordinance. Keep dead weeds and stuff out of the town. Or we could do the maximize bells one. Help the economy boom. I guess we can bring some shells and whatnot with us. By the way, if you guys are watching this playthrough on the YouTube side of things, do me a favor and check out the Animal Crossing one if it's still up. If it's my original one. Again, like I said, I would like to do another playthrough of that if they put it up on the Switch Online. But check out that playthrough and check out the New Horizons playthrough too, if you wouldn't mind. What'd she give me? Now, I do like plaid. I like it. Well, I like it a lot. Oh, now she's shopping here. I want sale. Try and only sell the stuff that isn't new. That'll do it. That gives us enough. It's very rare that a villager actually gives me something that I like. I'll take it. Where's my house? My house is downhill. Look at all the flowers. Are they the ones planting the flowers in random spots? I gotta get a wardrobe or something. No. Come on, ears. Get it together. Yeah, when you wear headphones, earbuds as much as I do. And I wash behind my ears and in my, earlobes, and I wash all that every day when I shower. And then I go in and clean with a Q-tip. My ears are relatively clean. I'm very much hygienic. It's just that they do sweat with the earbuds in most of the day. Because like from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, I have earbuds in. My ears rarely get to breathe anymore. There's a lot of reasons for that. I don't know if I've explained it recently, but I've explained it in the past. Watching YouTube and Twitch is not like watching television. People can be very vulgar and whatnot on those platforms, and it's best not to like broadcast that to everybody. And I don't even just mean like foul language like cursing. I mean, people say some pretty gross, people say stuff, and it's best just to keep what you're watching in your ear. And a lot of that started with Game Grumps, because up until Game Grumps, I had always just listened to the television through the speaker, and I'd watch TV shows and stuff that's pretty tame. But then Game Grumps, very foul-mouthed. And then I got to watching other YouTubers and got to watching Twitch, and everybody's saying a lot of stuff. And, there's a 13-year-old in the house. I gotta worry. And at the time, he was like a baby. When I started wearing earphones all the time, I started that back around the time he was born, or at least around the time he was little. My axe! No. And now it's just become habit. I used to have wired earbuds, and I had like a 12-foot extension cord for them, and I plugged it into the TV, and it would reach all the way into the bathroom and all the way into the kitchen, and everywhere I went, I would step outside and look outside, and if somebody came over, I'd talk to them out there, accept packages from FedEx, UPS, or whatever, and I always had that wire trailing behind me. It looked ridiculous. But with this computer, this is the first computer I've ever had that has Bluetooth, so I was able to buy a couple of pairs of Bluetooth earbuds. The thing is, these earbuds are less than a year old. I ended up buying 3 pair because one of the pairs that I bought 2 at first. One of them was a lemon, so I had to contact our RCA and get a refund, and they sent me a replacement pair. But the battery has kind of diminished on them. They used to last a good 8 or 9 hours. Now they're lasting about 5 to 6. It's just because they're used all day, every day. It's wearing them out, you know. But what can I do? I've gotten so used to having the audio right here in my ear, and it's good for streaming too, you know. So, TV speakers are also so crappy. It also helps that my microphone doesn't have to struggle, you know, over the sound of the TV. So I can listen to my games as loud as I want while streaming, and it's in my opinion, it's just a superior setup wearing earbuds for everything I do. Yay, the little Popeye goldfish. So happy we got him in the museum. I think that's it, Blathers. I think that's all the stuff we got. We gotta head to the town hall. I see about doing some work. We have enough money now. A little dragonfly. A little dragonfly. Let's pass an ordinance. We'll go with wealthy. Because I can beautify the town myself. Okay, let's see what everybody's won. Alright, we have the cobblestone. Bench and bench. I didn't realize there would be this many available from the start. The bridges are a little expensive. The fountain is cheaper than the bridges? Oh, we need to work on bridges first, I'm quite afraid. No! I did not mean to press B. This is why the flippin' bell boom ordinance is important. Let's take a look at the map. Obviously, it needs to be somewhere close to where we already are because there are no bridges on this side of town, and that's ridiculous. Right here. Right here is perfect. Basically, I have to fund these by myself. I don't think the villagers chip in at all. Alright. Do I have any money? I have a little. Lord Jesus, this is gonna take forever. I'm gonna be slaving over this bridge forever. That's not bad. I think that might be the short and tall of what we can get done today. We got a lot done though. So I'm gonna head out, I think, and I'll meet back up with you guys tomorrow. Unless something comes up and we end up playing something different completely. Wow, they just keep multiplying these flowers in front of the bridge. Yeah. So we're getting it done. We're getting it done. Alright, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. We did another dual stream today. We played Pokemon X for about an hour before we played Animal Crossing. I like this dual game in one stream business. It lets me get a lot done. Lot indeed. Alright, so I am doing this stream during Jurassic June in 2025. So if you haven't done so yet, be sure to head over to my Jurassic World playlist to check out some of the videos there. Give a thumbs up if you like the video. Leave comments. You know, do all the usual YouTube rigmarole. It would help me out a lot. That playlist is very important to me, and it is kind of a completely separate thing from the gameplay stuff. So if you're here for the gameplay stuff and you don't know that I have that playlist, be sure to hop over there and check it out. Really important to me. Means a lot. All right. See you, folks. I didn't mean for that to happen.